Hey there! Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another walk through the Quran video. Before we started on that, I'm going to talk about why I'm wearing these tassels, which is that I went to my awards ceremony today and made out like a bandit. And so I got some cool awards, and I just thought it was really interesting that the tassels I got happened to be the colors of the school I'm going to in the fall, and that they also gave me the only based award that isn't granted to students based on their gender. So we have these awards that are into, like, I'm a student and a female student in middle and high school, and I didn't get either of those, and I was pretty. Then I was like, oh wait, there's still another award, and that's the scripture reader at graduation, which is what the maroon tassel is. A kid got the one. I'm gonna read some of the Quran, which I don't believe is scripture, no matter how much you all want me to. But those who spend their wealth in order to gain God's approval and to strengthen their souls are like a garden on elevated ground. When heavy rain falls on it, it doubles its produce. And if heavy rain does not fall, then light rain suffices. God sees what you do. Okay. Would any of you, being a man, or a woman or a non-binary person, well advanced in age with helpless children to support, or maybe not, like to have a garden of dates and grapes, watered by rivers and containing all kinds of fruits, stricken by a fiery whirlwind and utterly scorched? Not particularly, but this raises a question about who the Quran is written for. Is it written just to men? Or is it written to everybody? Thus God makes his signs clear to you, so that you may reflect. Oh, just because I don't want to have my garden of dates and grapes stricken by a fiery whirlwind means that God makes his signs clear? I don't understand the connection. I will explain, please, in the comments, if you would be so kind. Believers, give charitably from the good things which you have earned, and what we produce for you from the earth. What's the difference between what believers have earned and what Allah produces for them? Not worthless things which you yourselves would only reluctantly accept. Know that God is self-sufficient and praiseworthy. Satan threatens you with the prospect of poverty and commands you to do foul deeds. But God promises his forgiveness and his bounty. God is bountiful and all-knowing. He grants wisdom to whom he will, and whoever is granted wisdom has indeed been granted abundant wealth. There's a story in the Bible that talks about that idea. None bear this in mind except those endowed with understanding. Well, wouldn't it be nice of you to endow everybody with understanding so they all could grasp that idea? Whatever you spend and whatever vows you make are known to God, but the wrongdoers shall have no helpers. If you give charity openly, it is good, but if you keep it secret and give to the needy in private, that is better for you, and it will atone for some of your bad deeds. God is aware of all that you do. It is not your responsibility to make them follow the right path. God guides whomever he pleases. Whatever wealth you spend is to your own benefit, provided that you spend only to seek the favor of God. Whatever wealth you spend for God's cause shall be repaid to you in full, and you shall not be wronged. The needy who are too engrossed in God's cause to be able to travel about the land in search of a livelihood are considered by those who are unaware of their condition to be free from want, because they refrain from begging. So this is interesting. Basically, it's saying That people who are so dedicated to what Allah wants them to be doing, that it puts them into poverty, and that they are so consumed by this they don't ask for money. That's basically the situation we've got here. They can be known from their appearance. They do not make insistent demands upon people. Whatever wealth you spend, God knows it. Those who spend their wealth night and day, both privately and publicly, will receive their reward from their Lord. They shall have no fear, nor shall they grieve. I don't believe that. I don't believe that, not for a second. Those who spend their wealth night and day, they might grieve less, shorter amounts of time, because their focus is where Allah's focus is. One day they might not grieve anymore in heaven, but not for a second do I believe that their life on earth will be free from misery to the point that nothing causes them grief. And so I don't know if I've ever called out the Quran for lying, but I'm willing to call that out as a lie. Right there. Right now. Full stop. So I think that's where we're gonna end it. There's just no way. There's no way. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you have a great day.